Are you having plans to bring out an ultra-modern facility, or do you want to build mind-blowing mansions in Ghana? Do you know what you need? Let me tell you this. There is no way you can build in Ghana here without an architect. There's no way. So today, we are going to discuss the role of an architect in our construction firms. So before we begin, who is an architect?
An architect, in terms of construction, is someone who interprets the idea of a client before anything else happens. So it can be said that the architect is the leader of the construction and the design team.
Okay. Okay, that's good. So in our construction industry, what roles does the architect play?
Okay, when it comes to the construction industry,
Yeah.
the first thing that happens is the architect engages with the client and listen to the client and then come out with conceptual design or sketch design, which represents what the client actually wants.
Okay, so let's break it down. When you are talking of conceptual design, what does it mean?
That has to do with, let's say you meet a client,
Okay.
and the client tells you, I want maybe a 2-bedroom.
Good.
What other facilities does the person want in addition to it? Maybe I want a study room,
Okay.
I want a cinema. So all those things are part of the first phase of the role of an architect. That's
Okay.
listening to the client to know the client's mind of what they want, how do they want those things to be related.
Okay.
Yes. So after that, the architects proceed and then come out with a conceptual design, which you can derive your floor areas from, and then be able to use it to prepare preliminary costs, and then construction cost and duration for the clients. So at that initial stage, the client is likely to know how much would be involved in the project based on the floor areas that we derive from the conceptual. So if the client wants to go ahead, then fine, we can proceed with ourselves. But if it's going to be beyond the client's budget, then we streamline it down to something that can fit within the client's price range.
Okay.
And which also tells the client, okay, this project, how long would it take? That's the aspect of duration.
Okay.
Yeah. So maybe we can tell you, okay, we can be done in 6 months, 9 months, or a year. Depends on the client's capacity to finance it within that time frame.
That period.
Yes.
Fine.
And we also have a stage where the architect supervise the other people that he works with, like let's say the draftsman, to put out the details.
Okay.
Yeah. And then the coming out with a functional relation within the space.
Good.
And if it gets to a point where the other artisans couldn't, or the draftsman couldn't come up with a proper detail, it's the responsibility of an architect to play that role himself. So as an architect, you should have knowledge on how to do drafting of details as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
So draftsmanship, is it the same as an architect?
No, there is a different. Architects design,
Okay.
but draftsmen only produce details for construction drawing.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you meet an draftsman to design for you, most of the times they would create the spaces for you, all right, but functionality is not there.
Okay.
Yeah, functionality is not there. That's why sometimes someone would say, design a house for me, and the next thing you know, the draftsman will come back with a complete working drawing for you.
Oh,
that this
okay.
is what I have for you, then that is it. No client engagement to know how the clients want the spaces to be like. Yeah, they are more into producing working drawings. Yeah, drawings that can be interpreted and then transfer on site.
Okay. Let me go to Mr. Stable. So, in building, yeah, since you are already in the field and you deal a lot with architects, yeah, are they really important?
Yeah. So architects are very much important to us. We actually need them on the field even after design, after they are done with their drawings. We also need them on the field for us to move together to achieve the goals of the projects.
But we do observe this, that people do build without architects. I don't know if you are aware of that.
Oh yes, it do happens. But nowadays, I've realized some few people are scared of doing that again because it's of high risk when doing that. Without the advice or without their consent, and you start doing the projects because they also have a role to play. So without them, something is mixing. You surely have a structural engineer who is also coming to check the reinforcement works, the concrete aspects, and other structural details. But the aesthetic and the kind of column position and other things that will also affect changes in the drawing or in the type building, all those things are also involved by the architect. So if you eliminate the architect, something is missing. So we all know that construction is a teamwork. So for that matter, all the teams must be involved in a project to make it a success.
And
Mr. Richard, before you move on, are you planning to build apartments in Ghana? Is it 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom, 3 bedroom, or 4 bedroom? Are you planning to build up a school? Are you planning to build up an hospital? How about bridges, hotels, event centers, or any sort of community project? The Sales Company Limited got you covered. We are here to design with you, build, and complete your project for you. And we do this at an affordable price. Kindly call us on the numbers you can see on your screen. Call any of them. You can even WhatsApp us. We always got you covered. We are ready for you, and we are ready to give you a nice project. Thank you. How do you feel when people undertake their project without an architect?
I don't really have issue with that. It's their money, they are the people financing it. So whichever way the person choose to go, I don't really have problem with it. But the only thing I can say is that sometimes depends on the magnitude of the project. Yeah, because when we design, we just don't give specification on which material to use. Sometimes we consider the atmospheric condition, soil chemical composition, which sometimes you need to get geotechnical engineer to do soil tests, load bearing capacity, and the weight of the building also counts, which you can derive using the floor area and then concrete thickness. So that's what also prompts the structural engineers mind to which steel size, yeah, the reinforcement size and the strength. So when you go to the market, I think you have mild steel and we have high tensile steel.
Yeah.
So it depends. And the function, the role that the structure will be playing, it all comes differently. Yeah, maybe some designs, maybe if you are looking at a warehouse, for instance, the concrete reinforcement would be different for a residential. For the reason being that some machines that may be employed to be used in there cause a lot of vibration, and sometimes they need a huge concrete apartment to support the weight of those machineries. So it all doesn't boil that to only architects. So if you go to the roadside people to do some of these things for you, they don't really check soil condition, whether the place is waterlogged or not. They will just tell you, okay, we can use. Sometimes you see some people have their structures, and then after construction you see this dumping. Your floors are removing. Your wall base is soaked. Your paint works. Everything is removing. They will tell you once you use rapid hardening cement, then everything will be solved. But it's not always true. Sometimes you need to do serious improving to be able to. And they wouldn't tell you that because they are there to work for their money and go. Once they are getting their daily pay, it's good for them.
I think one of these days we are going to treat this topic as well. It's very necessary because we do see it a lot. We do see it a lot.
Yes, and those things when it happens.
Hello viewers. This month it is our goal to hit 1,000 plus subscribers. Without you, we cannot get up to this stage. So therefore, kindly do us this help by subscribing to our channel, hitting the notification bell you can see on your screen to help us achieve our goal. If you've not subscribed yet, kindly do that. If today is your first time also joining us, kindly do that as well for us so that together we all move.
It's very, very difficult. Sometimes you see people laying stones and tiles at the base, and which really doesn't work out in my opinion. So if you know the situation in which you are, it's best to contact professionals to assist than to just get masons because you don't want to pay architects or other engineers for them to help with your project.
It's very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. So, what other roles does the architect also play?
Okay, the architect assists in getting bills of quantities and preparing documents for tender. So architects don't only represent contractors; they represent clients too as well. Disuse, for instance, most of the times I represent them when it comes to architectural services. But for some projects, for accountability's sake, some clients do have their own consultancy consultants that they do supervise the contractor's team on the project, even though the contractor have his own architect, just to make sure that things are done properly. So we do represent contractors, we do represent clients based on where you find yourself.
When clients involve his consultancy, what are some of the challenges? Don't you think
we don't really have
communication?
No, we don't really have issues in that field. The only thing that happens is the architect on the side of the client is checking to make sure that what the architect designed is being implemented. It's being implemented, not asking to come and criticize your design, but to make sure that what the client has approved is done. Just to put you in check. And I may connive with disuse to try and brush some things off to make more profit on their behalf. So if the client have his own architect, to check the quality of materials and things we are using, then it goes in favor of the clients as well, because that's what he is there for. Yeah. But it's good sometimes to be credible. Yeah. In my case like this, whether you are the contractor who engaged me or not, I still care about my credibility. Yeah, so I will still insist that you do the right thing. If you can't do it, I walk away, or the client is not ready to pay for consultancy, like architects that will be on the project. We just design, get our design fee, and then we are gone.
Good.
Yeah.
Then we go to the engineer. Please, have you come into contact with a client who is having his own consultancy or let's say his own consultant on a project?
Yes, it's always like that. We do meet some of the clients and we collaborate with them. We work together with them. But it's a side thing to work with them. There is no issue. But one advantage that we also have is that we make things easier for us.
Okay. Then, Mr. Richard, the engineer.
I wouldn't have issue if the architect also, the client has their own consultants. Let's say
the reason why I'm stressing on this issue is that you see, information do changes.
Yeah.
Before, if I pass, let's say, an information, before it gets to, let's say, the receiver, if it's not directed to the receiver and it's being sent through someone, before the information gets to that person, and there is a form of distortion.
Yeah, but one thing we should be aware of is that when you talk of consultancy, doesn't only have to do with architecture.
Okay.
Yeah, so disputes like this have engineers working under them. Okay. They have quantity surveyors working under them. So if I should give you a massive project, should I be a client and the money I'm investing is huge, I can contact another consultancy firm that also have quantity surveyors and then engineers, architects, and all electrical engineers to query the work of the professionals working under the construction company to make sure that they use the right materials. So it's always good. The clients also sometimes have professionals representing them, because it's not all clients. Most of clients we work with don't have knowledge about some of these things. An electrical engineer may specify electrical cable. Electrical cables are there, they are of different qualities. I can go and buy fake, present it to you that what is specified is what I bought. But because you don't have any idea about it, you think it's the same thing. Yeah, cables comes with electrical load they can carry. So that's why we have electrical engineers that takes into consideration the appliances the architect specified. Then they use that to the appliances that the architect will specify, and then the mechanical installations, the ACs, and then the others. So the electrical engineer will use that to calculate the light load, the power load that will be used in that facility, to determine the kind of electrical cables and sockets and then the others that you need to use. So if you, the clients, you have no idea of this, they will get the fake for you. All the time you are changing fuse, you are changing sockets are bending every now and then. Yeah, those are the reasons why clients also need to have consultants representing them. Yeah. So, but it comes in a way that, let's say, disuse, for instance, have its own engineers to make sure that the right thing is done on their part, and the client has his own consultant to make sure that everything is done on his part. Yeah, very as simple as that.
Then the way it becomes
clear for everyone. Yeah, we should have.
I think it sounds clear.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that at the end of the day, the input
Would
will
be
match with
yeah.
the output. Yeah, and we will all prevent loss. So, viewers, we are here with Mr. Stephen and Mr. Richard. Yeah. Mr. Stephen, the engineer, and also Mr. Richard, the architect. Yeah. So he has been doing most of our designs. Yeah. So if you want to do or undertake any sort of project and you need an architect, just contact us and we'll sit with you to discuss this. Yeah.